media. Many some of the young people that me home UTV ni akasa, and from Nkomodi Muni Bibiano, I am very confident say if they had an opportunity, they would have handled sentiments, views, differently. Adebakwa mempe kwaya lawyer Chum, and I take for some handle issue. Of course, at Tom life. Obi see me hu dia emrantie na omutu sa na mo no itim ye ho hwe ya mitumi nka so mo nka ne sa na mum dia mesro mo ne say sensem ne ba say na ye ka ne say na eya entumi ma ye nya nsem no entu ase enwie prekope enti be hwe no na kwa na ase ayeden ase aba because the ba ye no na ka yesi ye pe asem no ne roots na ye de two separate kono na ye jai na ye de aye to say wishy politics na ye pia this one a MPP problem, and that's why I like Ojo Opokrome's position on the matter, and I want to applaud him as an information minister. Quite fast or they handle issues no from Saturday bepemone on me director of communication Richard on kwada na jona unyane e cost the whole try to make sure say obekame tempest obi. It is an enemy that we all have to fight because democracy na can obi and obi na tie ase te senia ebia mene oni e wosi you no yete ase mimi to wey na bia me ka kire I am an advocate for brute conversation in a democracy. Kawa dwen se na opese o kan bia na mom ka wia ma me so me kwan o me ka me de. That is me my position. But be obi na tie ase sir. We are still at the teething level. Baby steps in building a multi-party free speech democracy. And we make it long uninterrupted progress. But once in a while, we expect some of these things. When it comes, we must address it and deal with it and make sure say other people are moving say, oh, and yes, sir, at the DNA condemnation and condemn anka asem year a gina suti amrantie koye sei anka mo ye ni sei ya anka bebo obi so de beto ne tirim na that be also finding if he finds himself in such a situation now also musa akwa na ede afa so ba ye ka nyina ye obi we have not spoken about that obi anto ne bo asenka say ede enkoa na betumi am waso because meti amika say imagine say mesi fam no bi ehia me osemra ko sasam on kan na ye me de intimebo no. It doesn't happen that way. It shouldn't happen. Normally, crime see we are it's your phone, but you see from her. Nipa mo be shiayen. E me bon komo sere. E to me argue, for arguments na wabon to create to me champo saying the was studio no. For me that's democracy. And that is how me feel say you don't communicate. Now here an issue because obi say I can say you know and the MPP no obi this is not an MPP problem. We and yeah MPP problem. It is a Ghana problem. The level of intolerance are ever, especially with the influence of social media, information flow and tentem will be dangerous. It will satisfy any MPP problem that you are missing the point. Because the Benny not elections. Will be answering at the end of the about 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, that was in June. June or May, oh baby. I can't no, it's June. Yeah. Asemaba. Yeah, I think so. June. Okay. That was June, right? Sure. Headline: NBC's attack on Peace FM reporter in Asemaba puts journalists everywhere at greater risk. 27 June 2023. The disturbing news of an NDC attack on yet another journalist at Asemaba on Monday afternoon reached me not long ago. This Peace FM online. It was supposed to be a media briefing meant to update the constituent of Asemaba on the party's campaign. Instead, NBC's hoodlums. It's a young people who hoodlums. So you see where my argument is going. Peace FM online. That's the guy. So I'll say to you, instead NDC hoodlums drove off the rails, turning the briefing into perhaps the most surreal news conference ever seen. Under the watchful eyes of party leaders, including John Mahama, His Excellency, Sami Jemfi and Esiedu Ketia, NDC hoodlums at press conference pounced on a harmless Peace FM reporter, Odum Prince Linford, and made nonsense of our press freedom indicator. This is this year. So when the press media index no bar, and your MPP boys and Kwan man This was a June report. Odeneho. You remember the Dagbon issue? Look at Dagbon issue, no?
Yeah, Dagbon.
I don't know if you remember that Dagbon, the Dagbon FM guy, where the NDC's communication, former deputy communications officer went to the studio and beat up the presenter.
I think he was convicted and fined.
Yes, that was also this year. That was also this year, right? So you see, it is a Ghana problem. It is a problem that we must address and deal with. We can't make it an MPP problem. We an MPP problem. You are preparing the ground for yet another incident, which is dangerous, especially for you. Better radio so Kasanobi. Many won here. We speak on mass platforms. No, it puts all of us at risk because. Minjin say NDC Sami Jemfini is selling your mama ne saying ketia and that's some guy na okobo piece of reporter was break no no nyina wo no. I doubt if they sent him. Minjin say NDC party no and the some communications officer na okwo Dagbon FM no. I doubt if the NDC sent him. So say asam ne bane ye kan say ya we should condemn. We should express our disappointment. You can call all manner of names, but we are making sure say we go to the root of the matter. Will be dangerous. And I've spoken with some of them, and I can tell you say maybe some say enti enti pa. Almost say and call. Yes, almost say letter na panelists back home at team war and me put them in share. Enti letter almost shiny video and I watched it and to be very sincere with you be. Say we MPP ni na say we share some video na say when your emotional intelligence are you being infuriated obubefu pa the mother obi show him say obi etete wade mu a yeso nyina no say watete mu eno ye even more disrespectful and insulting and provocative crowd see me bia kawadwen disagree with the content can the person okay be alpha content no but you have no right to tear it, at least not in public. But you have to much a day. But say what TV super an act of provocation. It's an act of provocation. And the best thing would have been say right there on the set, no. Ebia Anka the host or something would have drawn it out. Because you see, Kasa you can say you to make mistake. In the heat of it, you can say something or act be and I'm sure say I could draw the attention. Anka the panelists would have says oh my year and I'm a say baby.
But I think the host ought to have called his attention.
Exactly. In case what you're not doing. In case what you're not doing, Obi, we can't talk about the issues without dealing with some of these things and ignoring them and pretending as if they don't exist. They have no right to go to the studio at that time they went to. Only right to be only who can be but only hoodlums.
What are they?
Only hoodlums. Because you see, Obi, only hoodlums because they went to the studio to go and address. No, more Bobby. Hoodlum, wabuno.
But hoodlum.
I am violent. Obi, these are young MPP people who had legitimate concerns. Not on person addressing, but addressing wrongly.
Oh, young legitimate.
Obi, for example, Tama or the person of Abuono. We don't go. But when they stop, you see, I'm a police reporter. I am saying, come on, now
in court, are they a bench when tolerating say council, which not the council. Obi say I'm missing council.
No, I'm saying that to disrupt the program. You call him gentle young patriot.
The fact of the matter is what we will present without the sentiments.
Okay.
I am saying that these guys are rather more. Shamo even crash a political suit in here. Glass. People have even asked a very specific question. Say, but the second there has not been any report of any vandalism. There has not been any report of anybody touching anybody. But it was wrong. Because ultimately, sorry, keke. Now we call big premise or big property uninvited. Now we can say make a chairman drink. Now they committee my whole background is almost say yes, you have a maya kunyane so yenka yedi. Yenye sa.
Almost I demanded 3 slots. Some more 3. It is a matter that means balance. Yes, but that notwithstanding, Obi, it doesn't mean that same way are Benti. You remember now you have misrepresent issues. No, writing letters to media houses is not new by political parties. That has always been the case. It has always multimedia. You have received several letters from both NDC and MPP,
but not commanding them.
No. It happens all the time. Peace FM
to command them.
Listen, the reason why NDC boycotted Peace FM in their statement, they were categorical. They had a problem with the paneling.
But that reinforces the point.
Who interrogating me? It's coming from the point that people have criticized even the move to write the letter to the
yes. Everybody has
the content, not the action.
The content, and that's what I'm telling you. That there are precedents. It's not new. Why? Democracy. You know the problem I have with a lot of people, and I want me no more problem. Say, if you don't criticize government, then you are sensible. If you criticize government, then you are sensible. And that anybody that doesn't criticize government is dumb.
Oh.
No. But why? It's